so on and so forth. Read that part.
Let me read it again. It says, then he told me, son of man, I will make food very scarce in Jerusalem.
Yep.
It will be weighed out with great care and eaten fearfully.
People already starting that. Well, I can't afford to get sirloin, so I'm gonna go on and get chuck.
Yeah.
Try to make,
that's
a lower. Yeah.
That's a fearful
They're really
mindset.
making a real. I can't get chicken breast,
They
so
gotta
I'm gonna
make
get
certain
chicken
cuts
legs.
now. Yeah,
Right.
they gotta
Yeah.
make sacrifices.
Already. That's happening
yeah.
now. It's only gonna far get worse.
You're gonna start to see more of these women complain.
Oh, yeah.
Because these women here, they're used to, getting thousands of dollars in food stamps. So they'll go to the store and fill up multiple baskets because they got, a bunch of bastard children that they got with them. So the state, through tax-paying money, enables them to get all this extra benefits. So they go to the store and fill up with a bunch of junk food. But when it gets scarce, when it gets to the point where they gotta ration this food, there's certain limitations that they're gonna have on particular goods because it's scarce. That's when you women are gonna be lamenting for the teats, as it says in Isaiah 32. It says there will be water. It's like the water will be rationed out drop by drop, and the people will drink it with dismay.
Wasn't the water ration when California burnt up? And niggas saying they ain't had no water. Man, that's a crazy ration right there.
Yeah. And they show you how easy it is to cut it all off.
Right.
Because like out here, your electricity is needed and generated off of was that Hoover Dam?
Yeah, kind.
And there was a scare. What was that? 2 years ago, maybe 3 years back, where they were saying that the Hoover Dam was getting leveled. The water levels was decreasing.
Yeah.
So there was a scare that our power can be affected.
Kind. Also, we know now Canada.
Yeah, Canada.
They supply specifically Nevada.
They threatened to shut that.
It runs straight down. I think there's a mountain range that runs through the Rockies and all the way from North Canada to here. So other places was cutting it off.
Yep.
Colorado and Utah was cutting the dam so it didn't flow all the way down the river, and we was feeling it here.
So I got a quick preset. Hey bro, can you bring that up? 2nd Ezra 6:22.
On 2nd Ezra 6:22. After this, I looked, and behold, the 12 fathers appeared no more. The 12 feathers, Salakia, appeared.
6 and 22.
Yeah, 6.
6:22, right?
Rain shall fight against
5 and 22.
6.
Storehouses.
Shall be found.
Yeah, that was 10. Yeah, so you got this one.
VI.
22, right? Salakia. 2nd Ezra 6:22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown.
What's the sown place? The grocery store. It has all your products in there, man. You can go in the grocery store, you can get whatever you want, man. If you got the money, go ahead.
The full storehouses shall be suddenly found empty.
Ooh, suddenly found empty.
And every apocalyptic movie that happens in the city, they show that.
Suddenly found
They always show people ransacking the grocery stores, pharmacies.
Snatching shit.
Yeah.
You know it's mainly Jake that's in there doing it. They're running in there with backpacks and shit, stuff in it, putting all the Doritos and Oreos and
all the dumb shit.
all the shit that junk
Jake
junk
ain't
food.
thought about a canned goods,
Soda, Cheetos,
Tuna.
candy.
Yeah.
They filling all that up and shit.
What if the banks collapse tomorrow? You can only get $50 out or some shit.
That's what happened in Greece.
Yeah, that's what happened in Greece. Yeah, it might take 3-4 hours before they start ransacking these grocery stores.
It's gonna take a crowd. Don't think you going in gonna be the first one.
Yeah, it ain't gonna take days for these people start ransacking grocery stores, man.
It only takes like 3 days.
3 days, yeah.
It might take less because these people out here, they're not patient.
Okay.
You know, they want everything right now.
Everything is instant.
You know?
Yep.
Right, they panic over toilet paper
Yep.
and shit like that. Imagine food.
Right.
They gonna raid these stores real quick, man.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be hitting up all the convenience stores.
Yeah.
They're gonna hit up all the gas stations.
Gas stations.
Them the main ones right there. Like you hit up the gas station, they run up in there. They're gonna fuck up the cameras, pointing right at them, right at the exit. They just in there, just snatching shit.
That's that suddenly. Go ahead.
And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid.
I think about that, martial law, man. You know, because martial law got to be established to maintain order.
Yeah.
So people, you know, going crazy in the streets. Hey, Trump gonna have to call in the military, man. He been wanting to call in the military since his first term, man. He wanted to send the military out there in Chicago, man. You know, to maintain order. You know, so he collapsed this economy, this system, the banking collapse. Oh yeah, that's the perfect time to do it.
Right, there ain't gonna be no marching when that happens. There ain't gonna be no peaceful protests and demonstrations. People holding signs. Not when you're hungry.
Yeah.
Not when you don't have access to food. It's beyond asking for anything. That's where going back into 2nd Ezra 15, the courts that are acts shall stand in their power. They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
That's right.
Yeah, right now, you got these anti-Trump protests all throughout the states right now.
Which they're not even being talked about. Why is the media not talking about
It
it?
ain't even,
Yeah.
it ain't even being talked about. It's like it's insignificant, you know? Because it's like you've been making noise. Now what?
Right, there's only so much that peaceful protest is gonna get. It's not gonna do anything.
You don't give a shit.
They're not gonna do anything at the end of the day. You know, the script. Hey, the people are gonna do what the scripture says, man. They're gonna get violent.
Right.
You know.
It's a good thing where the media they pushing race.
Yep.
You know, the hatred between the so-called white man and the so-called black man. You know, they're pushing that they race baiting now, man.
Yep.
You know,
Which is all part of the deflection.
right.
You know, it's all part of the deflection. You know, to not have to call out the poor ruling of your governors, the people up top that's in control, and how their actions is what's causing this economic meltdown. But what better way than to distract the people by race baiting them, making it seem like it's a ethnic issue as opposed to a governing issue.
Right, because they make it with the critical theory, right? That race theory.
Yeah.
That it's inherently in Jake to be a violent beast.
Yeah, trying to bring back that scientific racism.
Yep.
Have these devils believing that they're racially superior.
Yep. That they're more. They believe that they're pure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but in reality, they will never admit that the reason why Jake is coming over here from other countries and Jake is super just violent and crime rate and infested neighborhoods in America is because you made it that way. You set it up. You set it up so that Jake would live in these conditions, man. But you will never admit to that.
You gotta keep your grip.
Yeah, gone. 24. And at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear.
Hey, you niggas want the integration. All right, you want the integration, you got it. Okay, but the Lord's gonna put a spirit, all right, on the so-called white man, even the lowest of the so-called white people, all right, gonna be attacking Jake, and vice versa, you know. That one black friend you got, you gonna kill that nigga, man. You know. The Lord's gonna put a segregation. He's gonna bring back segregation. All right. He's doing away with the integration shit, man. You know, niggas had the time you wanted to be like the so-called white man, to be around him. You know, be in his presence. Be equal. You know, the Lord's putting a stop on all that shit, man.
Remember that movie?
Real quick. A lot of these divestors, these Edomite, these so-called black women who are having interracial marriages with Edomite men, they're starting to get put to death. Like their Edomite significant others is putting their ass to death. And the scriptures do say that your lover was that Jeremiah 4? It talks about basically your lover shall seek to take thy life.
And getting off, he got manslaughter.
Yeah, he got manslaughter for murder.
Yeah. Like
And in the last year or so, there's been several lynchings still happening. So that energy ain't never left.
I was gonna mention in the movie Leave the World Behind, you saw how the character played by Kevin Bacon. Yeah, he was in the right mind state. But said, hey, it's different now. Things are different. You know, we were cool, 2 days ago or whatever before this shit kicked off. Now we're not cool no more. Right. And that was cool for him telling him that. Because
they was neighbors at first, but we're friends now.
All that's different now. That's
it's survival now.
Yeah. You better get on. You better get that mentality trying to help this guy. You better get that mentality in you.
Because that scripture said they shall turn to their own people.
Yep.
I'm gonna look it up.
Isaiah 13.
Yeah, you can keep reading.
And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run.
Yeah, the springs and the fountains, the water faucets. Esau gonna put stipulations on you people to stop, start and stop the water, man. And that's how you control people too, man. Cut the internet off, cut them off from information.
Communication.
Also communications, also water and food.
Yeah.
That's how you control.
Hey, what was his name? He actually said that, man. He said if you control the food, you can control the people.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I believe it was was it Kissinger? I think he said it. I think it was Kissinger, Henry Kissinger.
I care not who.
No. He said, let me get it real quick.
And Jake don't
said,
realize who controls all the resources. All the resources you need to survive in society. Who controls them?
When Curse said we would go to another man for the one of all things, we can't get it ourselves. We got to go to something. And the fucked up part is, Isaac blessed him to have the control of the resources.
The fatness of the earth.
The fatness of the earth, the dew of heaven. He gave him all of that. So we got to go to him who has vowed in that same chapter that he will slay us. So even when he does give us food, what is he marketing to us? The shit that we say. You see how the voice on the Red Lobster commercial and how it gets all in the slow motion with the butter and shit?
Yeah, butter.
You know what I mean? It's effed up because that plays on Jake.
Yeah.
Jake see the way the little lobster crab legs just splashing and shit perfect.
Yeah.
Golden butter.
That's
you know?
witchcraft.
It's witchcraft, bro. It make you like, man, I ain't eating right. I done had this chicken or this beef and it ain't as good as it could be if I'd have had lobster or crab or shrimp or something. Okay, so he's controlling that to force you on what to eat. The further he forces you to eat that bullshit, pork being the cheapest meat in the store, the more he forces you into that, what happens? It keeps you further away from your God.
I found this. Yeah, he said. It says he famously said, Henry Kissinger, who controls the food supply controls the people. Who controls the energy can control whole continents. Who controls money can control the world.
Yeah.
That's facts.